miss that giant flat dick. Our next comedian coming up. Please give it up for Brooke Hayhurst. Hi. This is the weirdest, slowest microphone stand. Holy shit. What's up, everyone? How are we doing? Awesome. Absolutely. Guys, Pride is almost over. Has everyone enjoyed Pride? Pride Month, Pride season? Has everyone done something gay to celebrate? You don't have to suck a dick. There's options, okay? There's things you can do that are not gay that are gay. You could, I don't know, eat a salad, adopt a shih tzu. There's gay things that aren't gay, okay? I think it's really funny. I know a lot of people who got gayer during the pandemic. It turns out if you leave most Americans alone in the rooms with unlimited internet access for a year, they will come out homosexual, as did I. If you thought these were the overalls of a straight person, the cue is for questioning. Yeah, I think this is. I went to work today, not wearing my mask for this first time, which was like felt weird. I'm fully vaccinated. Everyone I work with is. We didn't have a lot of people in, but it felt wrong, you know. And I think a lot of people are going through this like awkward transitionary time right now, where we're like, it's kind of post-COVID, but it's not, and we're all trying to do the right thing out here. There's actually a word for it. I learned it's called reintegration anxiety. People who spent a year or so in quarantine, now they're trying to relearn societal norms, learn how to socialize again. And like I've had social anxiety my entire life. So if you're someone out there who's like going through this reintegration anxiety, from the bottom of my heart, I just have to say, good. Hell yeah. Good. I'm glad this is happening to you. It's always happened to me, and now I'm not alone. There's like this large global humbling taking place on the social playing field. I'm happy about it. Some of you had psychopathic levels of confidence and needed to be brought down back to earth. It's great. I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, I'm so nervous. I feel like I don't know how to order at a restaurant anymore. And I'm like, I never did, and I also called this waitress mom twice. So, how do we get out of this one? I became an essential worker during the pandemic, which essentially is where you go to work and get yelled at for 9 hours a day, every day for a year. It was great. I worked at a grocery store in a small town, and we all of a sudden had like all of these rules that we had to reinforce, or we would die is what we were told. That's kind of what we were told. And so, like one rule that we had in my store was you could only have 3 people in an aisle at a time in very narrow aisles. And so one day I was stocking a shelf, so it's one person, and then there was an old lady looking at toothpaste. It was 2 people. And then another old lady came to the aisle, so max capacity 3 people. And then all of a sudden these 2 soccer moms start coming down the aisle pushing a cart. And I had to stop them, and I said, ladies, I'm so sorry, you'll have to circle back to this aisle. We can only have 3 people in an aisle at a time. And they didn't address me at all, they just kind of like whispered back to each other, and then one of them left, and then one of them continues to come down the aisle. And I stopped her again, I said, ma'am, I'm so sorry, 3 people in an aisle at a time, that's the rule. And I watched this human woman's eyes go from one old lady to me, to the other old lady, and back to me. And she looked me in the face and said, oh, do you count? And I said, ma'am, did you just ask me if I count as a person? Because the answer is barely. The answer is less and less every day, and less since this conversation has started. I learned a lot about assertiveness during the pandemic. Yeah, my social anxiety has been getting a little bit better. You know, I'm working on it. My original plan was I wanted to be as outgoing as my sisters are. They're the kind of people who can just fit into like any social situation. That was like my goal. Now, I think I'm beyond that. Now I want something more. I want raging bitch levels of confidence. That's where I want to be at. I just want to be a huge bitch to everyone all the time for no reason, other than the fact that I'm confident enough to do it. Because here's the thing, it's like I already kind of am that way in my head. You know? Like I'm judging everyone at any given moment. It's fun, it's my greatest hobby. But it doesn't exactly translate that way, like, out loud. Like if I got into a car accident because someone was driving recklessly on the road, you know, I'd want to get out of my car and scream at this person like, fuck you, you hit my car, you could have killed somebody. But the way it would come out would be like, oh my god, I am so fucking sorry that you hit my car. I didn't know that you were going to be driving today. Would it work for you if I made us like a Google Calendar? And we can figure this out together. Whatever works best for you. Yeah, I just want people to like me. Every single person. I don't think that's unreasonable. Every single solitary person in the world, I think, should like me. Why not? Am I a narcissist? Moving on. Yeah, I have a lot of self-awareness. It's kind of painful. I'm so self-aware. I wish I could give all sense of self-awareness away. And I would gladly do that if I could live out the rest of my life as a person who has the least amount of self-awareness, which is a cis-het white frat bro. If I could live out the rest of my days as that, just the confidence of that man, the confidence of a man whose father owns a real estate company and knows a judge. That would be fantastic. That's it, guys. Thank you so much.